Guys, listen, briefly, before I go to bed, I had to show you guys this. I was at Five and Below, and honestly, I have been looking for highlighters. I do own Becca, and it's time for me to re-up. Anybody that knows what that means, getting low on it. And now that I've gotten over the novelty of Becca, I don't want to spend all that money again. I'm now using NARS Albatross, and I have found a good dupe for that, and that is Gotta Glow by Elf. And I think my NARS, I want to say I at least $30 or $40 for it. And that's going off memory. I might be wrong. I just know it was pretty expensive for that little, for that little bit of product. And my Gotta Glow was $3 by Elf, and they are identical. Also, and one day I had to do a dupe video. Um, Ulta, I'm sorry, Sephora makes a total dupe for NARS Albatross. So guys, I wanted to give you a heads up on that. But it's time for me to re-up on my Becca and to go back to MAC. And I'm hitting pan on all of my highlighters and my gold shimmers. And even though the wintertime's coming, we want our skin to look dewy. Well, I was in Five and Below, guys, and I'm just going to close this up so you guys can see what it looks like. It's called Studio Highlight Palette. This is what the back looks like. It's made by Profusion. It's just, again, that's what it's called. And they have white pear, pale gold, rose gold, golden pear, golden nude, and golden bronze. Briefly, I just want to show you something. Now, what I am going to do is take this first one here, swatch it. Second one, I'm swatching it on my hand because I'm trying to do this with normally I would have done this in my beauty room. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm tired. I have used these today. And when I say I was beyond speechless, they didn't have a whole bunch of them. So if you get the Five and Below, guys, please, if you see this, purchase it. It was only $5. Look at that. Look at that. That is stellar. And to be quite honest with you, keep in mind, nothing's blended out. I wanted to make sure you guys were able to see it. I couldn't see what I was watching because I was doing it with one hand. And I'm trying to record and do this at the same time, which was awkward. But look at that. Imagine that brushed out and really blended out on your cheekbones and on your highlight areas. Stellar. Even as an eyeshadow, you can't beat this. And let me just say this. Earlier today, I had glitter. I was at Ross and I tried this lotion. So if you guys are noticing glitter, you see the glitter's going up my arm. It's not just on my hand. It's not coming from this highlight. The highlight's not glitter. I'm just going to use the camera to keep the pan on here. And I'm going to kind of rub these out a little bit so you guys can see if you guys were to get those. Look. I just kind of rub them out a little bit so you guys can see what it would look like. It's outstanding. And I'm happy that I found this because it's saving me probably, to be quite honest, it's scary to think what we pay for some of the name brands. And what I did was I took this, I went directly over to Sephora, went directly over to Becca, and I got to swatching. And I went over to one of the girls, I'm not going to mention her name, and I asked her to, especially this rose gold here. It was the rose gold, and I think it was the pale gold. Well, first she couldn't tell the difference between any, but she absolutely was like, I'll bet you $100 that this is this, that, and the third. I forget the name of the one that she thought it was. But it was just so funny to see that you really can't tell. And it makes me realize that some of us are really product junkies. And we get so wrapped up into the name of the product. And I have said this a million times and I'm going to say it again. When you wear a product, especially when it's makeup, No one knows what it is. There is no tag or title or anything. It's not like a Louis Vuitton bag, okay, guys? And so I'm learning that. I'm learning to be more wise with my spending and to realize that if it's not Becca, if it's not Mac, if it's not, it doesn't make a difference. It does not make a difference. Also, for you ladies that can't get out of the house, I talk to so many, since I've been doing these giveaways, I've been talking via email to so many different people from all over the world, different countries who cannot get to, like, we take it for granted that we can just run over the altar run. Some people, they don't have that option. They might just have one eyeshadow palette that their mother had, that their mother gave to them, and that's all they have. That being said, if you have a gold shadow, and if it's not too glittery and doesn't have to me, go ahead and use that as a highlight, especially if you're a woman of color. If you have a color like this white pear or this pale gold, and you're not a woman of color, if you're a woman of a lighter skin tone, use that as a highlight. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing. A lot of times when I talk to some of the bigger companies, I'm not naming any names so I can feel comfortable saying this. A lot of times, some of your favorite gold eyeshadows are also some of your favorite gold. I feel so horrible saying this, but I'm not naming any names, but I know this to be true because I've heard it from some of the bigger companies. Some of your favorite gold eyeshadows are also some of your favorite gold highlighters. Some of your favorite pale or like pearlescent eyeshadows are also some of your favorite pearlescent highlighters. They're absolutely no different. The only difference is packaging and the size of the product. Absolutely no different. It's exactly the same. And the reason I know this to be true is I was told it, and then the person said, when you get a minute, look at the ingredients. And he said, we don't even hide it from anyone. If you read the ingredients, you'll see it's exactly the same. So guys, just go ahead and sometimes use what you have, and don't get so hung up on, because a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a YouTube beauty person, content maker. I don't like the word guru. But that being said, a lot of times we can get so into pushing product. And sometimes the higher end products are better, but there are times when no one will know. So save your money, okay, guys? And I also want us to start teaching our children. When our mothers were younger, they taught their daughters. I'm sorry. When our mothers were younger, our grandmothers taught our mothers how to make $1 out of 15 cents. I'm from Philadelphia, guys, and that's something that we used to say. And what that means is how can you make the best out of what you have and make it look good, okay? And sometimes make a profit. And for anyone who knows me, knows the irony of me saying that inside in one of these YouTube videos. That being said, I love you guys. I wish you guys all the best. I'm in my bed. I simply have to, you guys know that I'm wearing a lace wig, and all I do is put some pin curls in it, and flexi rods in it, and a bonnet, and wash my face, and I'm off to bed. I already have my wife beater on and my jammies, and we're off to bed. So that being said, I hope you guys have a great evening. And if I've been talking to people in other parts of the world, if you're somewhere else, have a good morning. Guys, listen, I really appreciate you. Be good to each other, be good to yourself, and don't forget those health screenings. Talk to you soon.